Hello, welcome back to the CS Arena Showdown. This is the final time I'll welcome us back because this is the third and final map of the first semi-final. We've got another series of games tomorrow, but this is going to be the last map of the night. Whoever wins this goes through and has a chance of winning the rather appealing €750 prize. Metis, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling good, man. A bit tired, bit sick, but loving this action. And we both called. We thought this would go down to the wire. It's been very one-sided in both different ways, though, on each map. So I'm quite curious to see how Cobblestone's going to go. I mean, ESG did play this before, and they did win. So I guess in that way, you got to favour them slightly. But who knows how Buggit are going to react to their plays?
I honestly don't even think the players know, like, the odds. I just think they've picked it to kind of give it a go. It's interesting. I really like to find out the psychology, like the decision making of why they actually picked this map. But yeah, I think everything is even here. I don't think anybody's got an advantage. It's such a new map. Of course, we saw ESG win, and they did it in really good fashion as well. But they were against, you might argue, a lesser team. So we've got to bear that in mind. But yeah, we've seen both teams step up. Two very one-sided games, but from both teams, so that's interesting. Delpan has just joined up, so that will be the last. I know there's another member on the T side remaining. And I suppose, well, of course we should mention that the winners of the giveaway have been named. You've been named. Come and collect your prize. I think you might get sent it or something. But anyway, the names of the winners are in the channel, I believe. I think you'll be able to see it somewhere anyway. I don't have the stream open. But if you've been lucky enough, congratulations. There's 3 of you that have won it. And we're doing exactly the same thing tomorrow. So if you've already signed up, you'll already be in contention. If you haven't signed up already, make sure you do it. You just need to sign up to the channel, follow it, and then go and repost and retweet some posts on Twitter and Facebook and comment with your username, and you might win $20 in the Steam wallet. So yeah, that's tomorrow. For tonight, we've still got one more map, and this is really exciting. As I said, I think it's completely even playing fields. I haven't a clue who's going to win at this point. Who do you think? Connor, I'm going to push you for prediction. We've come this far.
ESG, I'm going to take it.
ESG.
Even though Twist has been playing out of his skin, it's been incredibly good. I feel the break would have done ESG some good. It would have allowed Delpan, Roku, and also Shooten to, get their act together a bit. They were all a bit poor there on Dust 2, I think it's fair to say. So now they've had a chance to kind of let some steam blow off and maybe go and chill out, go get some fresh air or whatever. I think ESG have got this. I think it'll be close though, and we are starting with a knife round. The winner of this I'd expect to go CT side.
Yeah, definitely. What we saw earlier was really CT sided. It was like 10-5, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So yeah, knife round obviously. Deciding the sides. Twist carrying out this fight for gets the first one. No, it's just knife round, don't really matter. Okay, so it looks like ESG are ahead here, so they will probably go CT. Oh, I'm speaking too soon here. I don't know why I bother commentating the knife round, man.
That's why I always leave it. It's so random.
Yeah.
Also, the winners of the chat, because someone did just ask, Jono did mention it before, but it's above the chat itself. So I'll read them out. It's S. Silvan, Hassan, Shurave, and AOC. I hope I've not butchered those names, but you are the winners. Congratulations. But as Jono said, there's still plenty more chances to win, as we do have another 2 days of content coming up. So that's going to be the knife settle. It's going to be CT's going to be Buggit, and of course ESG starting on the terror side.
Okay, I've done my stretches, I've had my drink, let's go. Third map, everything on the line. Whoever loses this goes home. Whoever wins has got one finger on the prize. Of course, they will have to defeat the, I suppose the winner of tomorrow night. But this is the final chance to loot for both of these teams now. So everything is literally on the line. And here we go. Here's a push from... I've got my teams mixed up. ESG is terrorists, of course it is. And the first kill going the way of Buggit, carrying on their form. Clearly, Berg is half HP, but they have got a man to the good. 4 plays 5. It looks like an A play here. They're going to split round. Kabom is going to get wind of what's going on. He's going to signal the rotate. There is the man on B rotating around. got a really good advantage here. We've got all the members already waiting for them. In fact, I'd probably recommend rotating round, but I've got more information than these players have, that's for sure. But a good kill from Makaleli. Oh, look at this stack. They're all just crashing there. Roku sees 3, manages to get 1. That's quite miraculous. Well played from him. 3 plays 4, and the advantage being flipped round. Twist with 2. He clearly hasn't slowed down at all. He probably just stayed where he was. Got himself psyched again, and he's going to carry on performing. Gets another Twist. The man on fire versus the man that was on fire earlier on. 1 versus 1. It's Delpan versus Twist. And Twist gets it. That's just sensational. This man, it's very, very impressive to say the least. And the first round going in the way of Buggit. Twist, take a bow.
Jeez, man, that was a huge round as well. That was a pistol round. He had less than 20 HP remaining. Delpan had about 70 or 80. And he still just one dinks him in the head and clutches the round for his team. That was so, so important. As you say, basically a fresh slate here in the third map. All comes down to this in the semi-finals. Let's see who gets through to the grand finals, which will be played in a couple of days' time. And it's still early days on this map. Yes, that was awesome from Twist, but you have to make the most of this. You've got to secure the next 2 rounds and make this buy-up worth it. There's Twist once again. He is hiding around the side there. Modi behind the fountain, actually, on the bomb site itself, has spotted himself a bunch of players, but Twist gets his second kill with a silenced M4. Roku is caught between a rock and a hard place, and he will fall down, and they only lose the 1 player as a result, which was Modi. So a good round there from CTs once again.
Yeah, and I'm thinking, I've just cast my mind back to the first time we watched this map earlier on tonight, thinking how CT-sided it was. It's actually, that kill from Twist, picking up the ecos on CT is huge, because getting the 3 rounds on the board on a very CT-sided map for the terrorist is really important. And they came within a whisker's breadth, and Twist just slammed the door in their face. So they've got to be quite demoralised at this point. So yeah, I mean, the third buy round, the fourth buy round, of course, is going to be massive as well. But the first juncture has definitely been won by Buggit here. But of course, another eco round. Let's see what damage they can do. They're going to get flanked, and Delpan shot his teammate in the head. Twist got boosted up. They were completely unaware of it, and Delpan just shot his teammate in the head. Not great, I've got to say, not ideal. And actually, Emilo's got an AK, so I didn't notice this, but they had bought some guns, which makes things even worse, considering. Nice kills there from the CTs. 3-0 and looking good. It looks like the momentum, in a way, has just been continued from Dust2 here from Buggit. But of course, this is the round. This is the round.
Yeah, doubly painful as well, because Delpan got himself an AK and then killed someone on his team. He lost a lot of money, and that's going to force them into a scout, which is now 1.7k. Of course, it has been reduced in price recently, so a scout's not a terrible weapon on this map because of all the long range that kind of comes in, so he can make this work if he dinks someone in the head, but still far from ideal place if terrorists, who are already 3-0 behind. Kabum's picked up the first kill. This is the kind of map as well that can quickly snowball away from a team, especially if their economy starts to go down the drain. So CT's just stamping their authority. Berg's playing aggressive, 73 hit points remaining. Did heavily tag up Roku in the process though, so he would be backing on away. Does have the cavalry coming in from Kabum. Again, Twist opens up. He does get taken down this time for Makaleli. But has the damage already been done? Look at that though, Twist already on 10 frags after 3 rounds. Unbelievable. He has been killed though. Talisman momentarily silenced. There's Kabum, picks up the AWP. There is a player there through the smoke. In fact, 3 players suddenly. Kabum misses the AWP shot there and misses the second one and will be forced to pay in his life. Makaleli gets his second of the round. Flash is coming up. All 3 players looking for this A push. He's still got Modi on B, so this will be a 3v2 situation, and it's going to take Modi quite a significant amount of time to rotate once he does so. Here we go, finally starting to move himself around. 28 seconds to go in the round here itself. And they are finally starting to fully commit to this one. Roku needs to be careful. He's heavily tagged up. There is a player on the bomb side. It is Berg. Hythe gets a kill. There's Berg from the side. Does shut down Roku, was a tagged up member. But Berg drops as well. 2v1. Molly's moved his way. And he gets taken out from Makaleli. That was simply huge from the T side. ESG desperately needed that.
Yeah, they did. And they got it. So well played to them. Really good round as well from them. I really like the way they kind of bided their time and made sure that all angles were covered when they were pushing up. There was nowhere they hadn't checked. They made the right decision in playing A as well. Of course, they took down Twist in the middle. So a really good round from them. The CTs will be able to buy again because they had racked up a decent bank. So we're going to see another buy scenario. So you must say if ESG, the terrorists, if they pick up this round, then the CTs will be forced to eco. And already on the back of a loss of the first round, they would have, redeemed some faith and already got 3 rounds would be very, very good indeed. But I'm speaking in the perspective. Let's get our heads in the real time. There's still 5 versus 5, so no early exchanges yet. There's an exchange, but Twist just missed. He goes back for 1 and gets it. Makalele drops. Showdown's actually going to pick up the AWP though, so they're going to remain with a double AWP setup. Remember guys, this is a really long range map. I'm sure most of you won't be that familiar with it yet, but perhaps we will be in the coming weeks and months. But yeah, it's a really long range map, so AWPs are pretty important, hence the 2 AWPs on their T side. But Roku's going to push in this A side area now. Doesn't check the corner that Berg's lurking in. Works out very well for Berg, obviously. Emilio takes down Kaboom in the meantime, but 4 plays 2 as Pyth silences Emilio. Last man's Delpan. He knows there's a lot to do, but they know where he is. Nice early kill from Delpan. Make it look sexy, but he's only got 20 seconds to do things here. Well, there's only one thing he needs to do, and that's get the bomb down and win the round, and he's not going to be able to do it. Pyth's going to silence him. One of the star performers from Dust 2 is, carrying on his form, and that's got to be a daunting prospect for ESG, who are on an eco with a 3-round deficit.
Yeah, and as actually Egon Blick, I think I said that right, said in chat, and I completely agree with this. It's one of the reasons why not everyone's a huge fan of Cobblestone. There's so many corners to check on this map. There are so many places to cover, so many places to check, and as Roku found out the hard way there, he didn't check the right-hand side, and he got paid to pay for that one. Makalele very aggressive through. They've decided that aggression is the best way forward, but they are being completely destroyed and shut down. Delpan trying to get himself on this bomb, does get the first kill on Kabum, looking for the second as well, although it was Pyth just around the corner. He's got 29 HP remaining. There's Shooter, no. Let's get the long range Galil flick on him. And now with the play advantage, they are going to go and plant this bomb. Berg coming from the main entrance of B. Shooten, well, it was either Emilio or Shooten that were going to get that kill because both of them were in prime position, and now it's down to Twist. If anyone on the map right now, if anyone on the server could pull off this 1v3, it's him. But this is a difficult one for him. He may very well just want to save up that AWP. The 1v3 situation, they already have a 4-1 lead. It will be 4-2 after this, and there we go. I think this is the smart play. Keep the AWP for the next round and try and get some more rounds on the board.
That's admirable. He's playing so well, but at the same time he can make that smart decision. I really respect that in a player. So well done, Twist. As long as he doesn't lose the AWP now, that would be tragic. I don't think he's going to. So yeah, second round on the ball for ESG. And for those of you, for those of you that were watching earlier, the Cobblestone, we saw it once before, and it was ESG versus Reason Gaming. It was the first map of the night. And something we were questioning. Wait, am I correct in that? Was that a Mirage?
No, that's right. It was Reason.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. I'm getting a bit fatigued here, but Reason basically, they didn't change the pace at all for ages and ages, and they just didn't adapt quick enough. And already you can see ESG didn't have much luck at A, 2 rounds running, so they went for a rush at B. They sped right into the B site, changed of pace, changed of bomb site. And they've adapted very, very acutely and quickly, and it's got them another round on the board. So clearly some good decision making there as a team, or from the team leader or whatever, I don't know. But they've got themselves they've got the deficit down to 2, and this is a very CT sided map. So the more rounds the better as terrorists. So Kabom and Twist have both got guns. Kabom probably had a lot of money, so he thought he'd even out the economy a little bit by buying an M4. But the majority of the players on the CT side are not equipped, so the favour is definitely in the hands of the terrorists. Are they making the right decision here? I'm not sure. There are 3 members over there in this A area. Berg is playing the kind of the distraction, and Pyth has the position, and he's going to take him down, and he knows there's nobody else there, and he's able to get an AK, no problem, thank you very much. He's going to back up. Shittin is actually on at 2 HP as well. Berg does have a pistol and he's 22 HP, but because he's got a pistol, it's not really that much of a disadvantage. Molly's come up from behind, he's going to get one, just the one. Kabom's going to mop up with 2 kills though. Can he get a third? Possibly, but he's going to have help. 9 seconds anyway. Twist comes in, 5-2. Great CT round. Good rotates, good cover. Yeah, an all-round decent round from Buggit. 5-2.
Yeah, good, solid round. For those asking in chat, indeed, Makalele is XM. if you were a bit unsure as to who he was. So there you go. Hopefully that saves some confusion. So we do have 2 Deagles, P250, 2 CZs as well. And this is what I love about the recent changes, is now there is no go-to pistol. Everyone has a different favourite. Before, CZ was renowned as being the best. However, they are going to be rushing out of main entrance on B. Nobody's dropped down just yet, so Pyth is able to just focus on the one side. That's unbeknownst to him, though. 3 quick fire kills make that 4. Twist is looking for the final one. Roku with a beautiful long range 1 click to the forehead of Twist. So that's going to get rid of that AWP, although it should be picked up. No, it won't be. So that's actually quite a nice kill from Roku, but still, they lose the map. The map? Wow, I'll get ahead of myself a bit there. The round, I should say. 6-2, but they do get a chance to buy up.
And you're getting like psychic waves or something telling you that...
It's like, oh, they lost the map. I'll just call that one now, about 14 rounds ahead of time.
Hey, maybe you're right. I mean, the way things are going, they're looking pretty good. They're looking good as a team, as a unit. They're covering each other very well, and they're a mixed team. So that's something that's hard to come by. It takes months and months of, cohesion practice and chemistry development and all this stuff as a team. But they seem to be pulling it off here. Pyth gets 1. Can he get 3? Yes, he can. Hello. Shooton takes him down though, and Delpan misses a shot. Hello. I don't know what happened there. Delpan.
What?
Oh my god. What? I don't know what happened. He missed 1 shot, and then he just said, game physics. Just take a break for a second. I'm gonna just do something that isn't possible. What the hell? Delpan coming out crazy. If he gets this clutches on HL TV, he gets another one. Now 1 versus 1. Kabob. The pressure's almost on him. But he manages to get the kill. That's almost a shame. Really sexy counter-strike there. Delpan doing his very best to clutch it. But 7-2. It's kind of getting away from them, actually. They're on eco again, so you would expect it to be 8-2. It's looking pretty good for Buggit, actually, at this early stage of the 3rd map.
Kabom the party pooper, though. He didn't want that clutch. And I'm being a bit crass here, but it's late. It's past the watershed in England. When Delpan picked up that second flick shot, my pants got a bit tight. Not gonna lie. That was pretty ridiculous. Crazy plays. Delpan, maybe he's woken up. Maybe this is the moment where he steps up. He's had a very slow map too. Yes, he was phenomenal on the first map of Mirage. Maybe this is the time for him to shine. Delpan saying Twist has had his moment in the sun, and now it's my turn. Twist is still alive though. This is a 4v2, and he's got the first kill on Shooting, and he knows where the bomb is. This, although on paper it looks like the terrorists should be able to get this round, this is a very good position for the CTs to be in right now. Twist throwing down the grenade. Unbeknownst to him, Roku is actually pushing very aggressively and could get this kill on the backside. Indeed he will. Delpan goes flying into the air as Carbon will pick up that kill as well. So, down to a 2-on-1. Carbon, all that remains. He's also had a pretty good map so far. Finds himself an 11-4. He realizes that B is more than likely the bomb site of choice, and indeed it is. Smoke comes down. Roku will get this bomb plant. No doubts about that whatsoever. So now with the AWP, does Carbon fancy his chances? Is he going to go big here? Throws out the grenade. Doesn't really connect, and now he's pushing out. Roku in a good position, but he's just about missed him on the cross there. Smoke dissipates a second too late. But this should be a comfortable round. Look at XM's positioning, and he does get the kill. So Makalele, XM, whatever you want to call him, gets the AWP shot, and that is going to be 7-3.
Yeah, good round. That was an eco as well, so they picked up an eco round. It's kind of an against the odds round, so a great round for them to pick up. Once again, 7-3. We've seen 7-3 every single map these guys have played, and it's become a quite one-sided affair from there on in. It's interesting, but yeah, Buggit, they've had a very, very good start, and this could be the tipping point. Could ESG claw back some rounds now? We'll have to wait and see. Certainly Delpan seems to have woken up a little bit. Emilio takes down Kabom, somebody that's been performing very well, as you said. Twist still alive though, and you've got to be careful when he's still rocking the AWP. He's at the back of sight, he's just holding defensively. Delpan takes him down with a nade. Roku silences Modi, the new in-game leader of Flipside Mix, I suppose. And Mekalele is going to take down Berg. So, actually, a good round. Very, very good round indeed from ESG. And look at this. The money is not looking good. It was all going swimmingly. Now it's they're in a bit of a tough position, man. This might be 7-5.
And this is one of the main reasons why I absolutely love CSGO. Because in just a couple of rounds, everything can change, right? Even if it's looking pretty one-sided, even if one team is looking dominant, as, to be fair, Buggit were for the first few rounds, suddenly the Terrorists are right back in this. It should be a 7-5 scoreline, but let's see if the Pistol King himself, Pyth, can make some crazy plays happen. We saw it on Dust 2. Shooten has picked up himself 2 kills, though, quickly off the bat, and that is going to be Pyth dead. Did get a kill before falling, though. So now can they inflict more economic damage on ESG? The bomb is going to be going towards B right now. Delpan gets a kill, does get heavily tagged for his troubles though, and that's all down to Burke, who is bottom fragging on either side, 2, 2, and 9. So, not really expecting too much from him right now, but maybe this is his moment as well to do something crazy. He's snaking his way around onto the drop, but I think he's more waiting for exit frags here, John. It doesn't look like he wants to play aggressive. He's just waiting for someone to walk past so we can get a quick dink in the head.
Yeah, I mean, if you tot up the odds, like the balance, he's got a pistol with 4 members have got AKs, you know. You may as well not put yourself in a position where you're just going to get killed like that, but yeah, he does anyway. Yeah, he's not really playing that well, which is a shame, but plenty of time to step up still. 7-5. One thing I will take a second to realise is when we saw Reason versus ESG, I think the skill difference was already quite large. But these two teams are a lot more even in my mind anyway, so I'm not surprised we're seeing it a lot more even. Still CT sided so far, but more even. So interesting. Twist, the man to watch quite possibly. He hasn't got an AWP this round though, so they've been able to cap the economy. Shooting with a great entry kill onto Kaboom, and they've stacked the B side massively actually. Look at this, they've got 4 members. We'll make that 3 on the B side. Make that 2 because Shooting is on a mission, taking down 2 already. And he was one of the members I called out on Dust 2 not performing, so he's come back and he's playing really well. Pyth, can he get one? Yes, he can. Moddy's got one as well. 3 plays too. Still in the favour of the Terrorists here, but they're trying to bring it back in their odds. Pyth gets taken down by the nade, so all of a sudden we see a very even game coming to life here. It's probably going to be 7-6 unless Moddy can go crazy, and he hasn't really gone crazy. He's kind of been very consistent in this series, and he is that kind of player. He's an in-game leader. He's a what is the word? I was going to say strategist. No, he's a tactician. Yeah. So he's not famed for being a mad fragger, but he's a consistent player. So I wouldn't expect him to go for the 1 versus 3, and he's not doing that. He's saving, and we're going to see 7-6. This could even be 8-7. It's an exciting prospect for the second half. Remember, everything's on the line here, guys. Whoever wins this match goes on to the final. So it's hotting up, that's for sure. 7-6.
Anything over 6 rounds is a really good half a tease on this map as well. So they're already in a good position. In fact, maybe anything over 5, some people would argue. So already it looked really bad for ESG at one stage, but they bounced back in the best possible way. And now, look at this. Half buy. Kind of a force buy coming from CTs. They've got a CZ in there, and Pyth has picked up himself a pistol, so not looking good for them whatsoever. This could easily be a 7-7 scoreline, and have a look at that on the scoreboard as well. The 3 bottom fraggers in the previous map, Shooten, Roku and Delpan, now top 3. So they've just turned everything around, and that's been one of the main reasons why they are close in this map, and they're in a really good position.
Yeah, it's interesting you said that. It's kind of a factor I touched on in vague terms, but as I was saying, they're kind of a team of individual talents, and that means that any of them could step up at any time, and that will mean that each map will differ. But Emilio, talking about stepping up, gets 2 lovely AK headshots. Delpan's going to push in from behind, takes down Twist, who was caught unaware there. He got distracted from mid, so that's well, you've got to complement the strategy there, because they split mid and they got Twist's attention from there and then push round A. So great all-round play from the Terrorists, able to take apart the CTs using simple tactics, and well, nice aim from Emilio as well. We can't understate that. 2 nice headshots, but Burke comes back. Now Burke in a 1 versus 2. Somebody we've been criticising. Can he step up? Now's the time. The whole world is watching him. Well, not quite. The whole server pretty much 1-on-1. This is a good round for him to pick up for his team if he can. Roke seems to be aware of where he is, and that's really clever. He's just using the sound. Actually, he's pushing round. That's a bit of a misplay. He knew he was round there. He probably should have gone round and hit. But well done, Berg, stepping up where he was needed to. You know, he's been very quiet the whole half, but when he's in a 1 versus 3, he steps up. So well played, mate. and he gets the round, 8-6.
Huge round for Burke and a huge round for his team as well, because even though 6 rounds is still good for Terrorists, you definitely don't want to be going in at like 7 or even 8, because remember, that was a forced buy-up for CTs. If they lose that round, they may not be able to pick up the additional AWP or maybe an assault rifle along the way. So pretty huge stuff. As Twist, again, look at that, 18-9, by far and away top fragging on either side. And this side is struggling a tiny bit, this side. So, this side of the map, I should say. Makalele with a nice shot there, though, onto Pyth. Berg in the drop down, spotting a few players jumping up and down there. Grenades coming through, does get himself a kill. Roku also has a quick peek, does eat a grenade. That was a big grenade as well, took 44 hit points away from him. So he has to back on the way. So yeah, it seems that Berg is starting to come into his own here, John Owen. That's exactly what they needed. Now they just need Modi to step up, and they're in a good shape.
Yeah, I'm going to amend something I said earlier, like Modi being consistent. That's what I knew him to be, but actually this map, I didn't have the scoreboard open. Yeah, he's really underperforming. He needs to step it up big time. I feel like he's being carried by Twist and co. So yeah, he does get a kill, that's good. Delpan goes down, good for flip side, obviously, Buggit. I'm neutral, just to reiterate, obviously. 3 plays 4. And this is the last round of the half, and already a good half, as we said, for the Terrorists. Anything over 5 is seriously decent, so they're already chuckling. They can already sense it. To get this round would be the cherry on the cake, and well, there's a big possibility they will. That's a great smoke. It's going to allow Rogue a free passage up the middle. The rotate will be incurred. Modi's going to make his way over there from B. M4 in hand. As I said, 4 plays 3. Roku takes down Twist, and he gets a second. Great play from him. 2-on-2 now. Modi and Kabom tasked with the stopping of the bomb plant, but they failed in that by a second, by a whisker. So the bomb does get planted. Doesn't matter though. Modi and Kabom clean up in the end, and good half is called by Pyth, Makalele and co, and it definitely was a good half. 8-7, no, 9-6, sorry. Couldn't have asked for much more than that, maybe 8-7. But yeah, seriously close, and I still can't really call it. I would say ESG would have my vote just slightly, but it's interesting to watch this unfold.
Yeah, I'll definitely still stick with ESG. 9-6 is a decent score on Terrace, and if they were to pick up this pistol round, then they're in really, really good shape. Plus, I think it would just benefit their style a tiny bit more to kind of sit back and have the odd poke here and there as well on the defense side. So let's see how this one plays out, because Twist is going to have to play a bit more passive with the AWP on attack side. He's not going to be able to sit in a position and just wait for players to rush him and then pick players off left, right, and center with the AWP. He's then going to have to make plays, and that could be something that pays out well for CTs. Or they did just lose a member on their side, so this is a terrible time to go 4 versus 5 in a pistol round, John.
No, they've gone NL, I think. Yeah, they're just going to go no live, surely.
Yeah, I guess so. So I thought they'd actually lost the player and they're going to play ahead, which would have been awful.
Yeah, no, everybody's in the... Like, the way it works, everybody understands how everybody else is feeling. All these situations happened to everyone before, you know. They're all friends, so not a problem. We'll just restart it. That's kind of messed up the scoreboard, though. I don't know if that's gonna be an issue. But anyway, yeah, it's 9-6. I'm gonna write that down just in case. 9-6 to Buggit. Really good T-half from ESG. Now it's their turn on the CT side. As you were saying, I think you meant aggressive, not passive, when you're talking about Twist with the AWP. He needs to be more aggressive, getting the picks. But that's something he's shown to be very capable of. Delpan and Makalele, I mean, I've got to credit them so much tonight. They've been so good. Delpan's been a bit on and off. Makalele consistently brilliant the whole night. So they just need to keep doing what they're doing. And I'm surely they'll win this map. But yeah, 9-6. For me, the scoreboard 0-0. I don't know what it is on the stream.
Yeah, it's 0-0 for me as well.
Okay, so we'll just... I'll keep taking notes then. We'll go back to the old school. That's okay. We'll get our heads in this first round. All important. Twist gets the first kill. Emilio goes down without really doing much, actually. That's not a great start for the CTs. And they've slowed it right down after that kill. They're just going to feel them out. No need to rush, apparently. Modi spots one, does some good damage. Can he get him? Yes, he can. Delpan probably should have run away there. Maybe a bit too ballsy from his point of view. Shitton is going to take down Modi, though. 3-4. Finally a kill going the way of the CTs, but it might be too little too late because the bomb has already made its way quite handsomely over to this A site, and they're surely going to be able to get it down without much resistance. Kabom spots the rotate. Rob goes down. Long range block Very nice indeed. Shifting is going to push in along with Makaleli. The last two remaining members, Twist is going to catch him off guard. Probably a bad move crouching. It's like that Mirage little underpass from the window. I hate going through that. It's always a death trap. But 4 plays 1. Very good round from Buggit, and that's going to put them on 10-6. And Metis, if they convert it, they're probably going to be on 12-6. And even if it is a CT-sided map, they're going to be doubling their team's score.
Yep, that was a huge round. Absolutely huge. And now, again, the pressure is on ESG. They have to step this one up. As you say, 10-6. If you have just joined us, guys, we have already played the first half, but unfortunately player disconnected, so we had a restart. So that is not the full extent of the scoreline so far. But you'd expect that with full AKs, with some grenades as well in the mix, they're going to convert this pretty comfortably. Burke does get the kill onto Emilio. Grenade comes down. That was a beautiful grenade. Landed right on top of Shooten's head. And they do convert that pretty comfortably afterwards as well. So 2-player advantage. We've got Delpan round to the left-hand side of the main entrance of B. So he's going to try and make something happen. But I like this tactic. I like this tactic a lot. So far, it has worked out pretty well for them. 1-for-1 trade, but it's dropping down. Oh, Delpan with a double. P250 kill. Hold the phone there. This is still doable. Oloroku has just been taken from Pyth. But Delpan... we saw crazy things happen with the AWP. We've seen him pull off a few sick 1Ds. And now he's in a 1v2. Can he go 2 better from his previous scoreline and pick up the 4-man? Only time is going to tell. He's going to be feeling confident. 56 HP. This is doable if he gets a pick onto Cabum. If Cabum goes ahead and peeks here, it could prove to be his downfall. Delpan looking left, looking right. So many places to cover from, and he gets shot in the back, and there we go. That's one of the problems with retaking A. There are so many damn angles to cover, Jono. It's almost impossible.
Yeah, I haven't even played it on Go, but I'm learning it quite quickly, casting it. Yeah, I mean, that's, as you said, a point of criticism, wasn't it, for the competitive play. There's just too many angles. It's not really about aim, it becomes about just like hiding in little corners and stuff, and that's not really what Counter-Strike's about. So anyway, yeah, another round 4 for Buggit, and they are now on 11-6. And they've got another eco round to roll over, hopefully, from their point of view, and that's going to put them on 11 as expected. Delpan with some really sexy Counter-Strike again, but it wasn't enough. He did some good economic damage though, which is always a good thing. Pyth's going to open up, Emilio drops, and they're making it look fairly easy. It's fairly standard. Berg's going to probably be able to... oh my god, he isn't, but Modi takes him out, but he does manage to get the kill in the end. Twist pushes round for mid as well. So, talking of angles, they all come from 1,000,000 angles, and the CPs are pretty much stuck. And Shooting and somebody else was on the site, doesn't work out. Nice idea, not quite coming together for them. And now that is... no, that's 11-6 now, isn't it?
12-6.
That's 12-6, yeah.
Yeah,
okay, cool.
9-6 at half-time. So... 12-6 a score, and I gotta say that Buggit are making T-side look really easy. They're just waltzing up mid. Yeah, it has been on ecos, so that's a fair point to keep into consideration, and we're going to see now with the full buy-up from ESG if that continues to be the case. But they've been very confident with their movements. They've been locking these sites down well. But as you say, this is the test right now. Shooting gets the first, Emilio comes in, gets the second, and they're shooting again. This is a really nice defense on B side. It's all going to be down to Cabum. He's picked up one, couple of players tagged up heavily. If they can get those 2 kills, this is not a bad round still for the terrorists. So let's see if he can make that a reality. They know exactly where he is. There's only 1 or 2 possible ways he's going to peek out here, so he's pretty much locked down in no man's land. Oh, he probably would have fancied his chances to pick up that kill there on Roku. Unfortunately, wasn't able to do so. Delpan does pick up the pieces. So a nice confident round there from the CTs, and that's going to do quite a bit to settle their nerves. Yeah,
really nice. Everybody charming and everybody performing that round. You said T looked easy. CT looked easy there. So yeah, 12-7 is the scoreline, and ESG now with a slight foot in the door again. Of course, they've just won one round. They need to convert that into a consecutive round win to ensure they've got a bank and to put the other team on eco. So this again is another important round. 12-7. It's not a massive deficit, and of course now they are on the easier side. So 12 is for the terrorist team, by the way. So CPs are trailing at the moment. You'd expect them to find it easier to narrow the gap. So that's the point. So at the moment, Buggit, any rounds they can get, it's just great. But XM is going to take down Twist, AWP versus AWP, and the 2 people that have been amazing tonight, especially Twist, I've got to say. Goes down. That's a big blow for the terrorist team. Well, what are they doing at the moment? They're just sitting back. They just want to go for this pick, split and pick kind of play. I'll say once again, they're a mixed team, so this isn't that surprising. They're just kind of biding their time, going for the split and pick kind of scenarios. You know what? I've completely forgotten they are a mix. They've been playing so well together. It's been very impressive tonight, hasn't it?
That's a fair point as well. Normally when you see mixed teams, it's like everyone going off doing their own thing, as Roku has just picked up a kill on Pyth there through the mid. But yeah, normally when you see mixed teams, it's very apparent in their playstyle. But I got to say that ESG, they have looked like a 5-man unit here. Delpan picks up another kill, so this is looking like a pretty confident round win. And remember, this was a buy-up as well from Buggit, so this isn't an eco bash, this isn't an eco stomp, this is like a legit round win. And now Berg and Kabom are going to try and save their weapons with 5 seconds to go. Kabom is going to find himself shot down in the backside from Roku though, so they desperately want to save this AWP. Where is Berg right now? He is just chilling out, and he does manage to save that AWP, which is pretty significant. They're still probably going to eco though, they don't have enough money to buy. Yeah,
no money at all, so yeah, eco it is. And well, 2 rounds on the trot, both buy rounds being picked up fairly convincingly, well, worryingly convincingly if you're supporting this flip side mix. 12-8 is the scoreline. It's not 2-3 if you're just joining us. We had to restart, so it's 12-8. Still in favour of the T's, so they've still got a bit to work with. They've got 4 rounds to their favour, and Twist once again showing us what he's made of, taking down Delpan. Somebody that was considered to be one of the best AWPers in 1.6. That's no mean feat. Twist, somebody that's come up in the ranks quite recently, quite a young player. Really nice to see one of the young players, stepping up. And he's clearly such an able character. It's really nice to see him on form like this. So 4 plays 5, of course. Eco versus Guns. 2 orbs actually now picked up for the terrorist team. Modi choosing. Oh my God! Did you see that? Hope that was on the stream. Twist with a quick scope on middle, taking down XM. That was simply gorgeous. And now the push from A is going to take place, and they're pincering in Roku here, who has done very well to take down Twist actually. And now Shitin's going to come in from the mid actually. So a good C2 rotate is going to ensure that Roku does not get caught off guard. And now he's going to be in a position to take down Kabom, and Shitin as well is going to take down Berg. So a good rotate, good support play. Another good CT round, you've got to say. I'm clapping here in my head. Modi has got the up, and he's going to do the sensible thing and try and keep it. But on the scoreboard it reads 3-3. On the actual score it's now 9-12. So the round, the round advantage Buggit have got is slowly but surely disappearing, isn't it?
It certainly is. I also have a correction to make. I said that ESG were a mixed team. I meant Buggit. It's just, it's been a bit of a long night.
and the thing is, the teams are so similar as well. They're kind of just comprised of Swedish stars. I've had real trouble differing these teams. The names.
Yeah, same. No tags as well on the server, which is normally what I go by. So apologies for that, Dirt. But as Jonah said, 12-9, getting a lot more tense, a lot closer. Again, a strange kind of mixed force buy-up here from the side of Buggit. Got an AWP, a Galil, couple of AK, CZ as well, so I'm going to try and make this one work for them. And as soon as those weapons were brought up, and you did call this before, Jono, that they were stomping the eco rounds, but as soon as the weapons were picked up from the CTs, this has been a lot harder for Buggit. They have been unable to penetrate these sites. They've been unable to dictate the pace of the game as they have been doing previously. And you can see right now, they're playing very, very passive. They're waiting for a pick and trying to convert that into a bomb plant. And to be fair to ESG, they're not giving anything up.
No, why should they? Keep it sensible. But look at that, Berg came in from mid. It's quite an interesting map actually. The way you can get round into those areas. I'm going to go and play it. It's definitely spurred me on. I feel like playing it after this. But yeah, it's interesting. But Berg, he had a pistol. Now he's got an AWP. Pretty decent conversion, if you ask me. And Makalele, one of the stars of this ESG team, goes down. So brilliant start for them. Could this be the round that they pick up? And as you said, and as I said, they got the ecos, but since then they haven't picked up one single round, and the CTs have made it look really good. Roku is not going to get 2 surely. Yes, he is. Great play from them. Berg missed the AWP shot. It's a bit of a shame for him to do that from his point of view. Shitin is going to take another one down. 4 versus 2. The terrorists just can't seem to do anything right. I mean, the crossfires the CTs have got here, they're winning out every single time. There's just a billion angles, and they're taking full advantage of it. And yeah, it seems to me that they can't make up any ground, the terrorist team, and now it's 10-12, 2 rounds.
Yep, which is exactly the reason why before I was saying that 5-6 rounds on T side is pretty damn strong, because you're seeing the power of CT side now. You're seeing that these angles, these crossfires, as you called it before, can really pay out dividends for you when defending bomb sites. It's difficult to get in on them unless you have perfect smokes and flashbangs down, and we spoke about this before, that they're not going to have, you know, that synergy down just yet, because they are effectively a mixed team. They're not going to have the smokes and flashes and set pieces, you know, set out, especially on a map like Cobblestone, which they probably barely even play. So we did see a pause coming out that resumes back in again. 10-12 the scoreline. Again, if you have just joined us, we had unfortunately a restart happen because one of the players lagged out in the pistol round. So the first half was 9-6 scoreline, and that was to Buggit. Couple kills, make that 3 kills actually. The eco stomping effect. Roku gets a pretty simple kill in the end on Pyth, who was pushing through the mid and sewers. And now Cabum is all that remains, and he's been spotted from shooting. He picks up his 3rd kill of the round and is now top of the scoreboard with 9-3. 11-12 the scoreline.
Yeah, at this point, you've got to change something drastically. You know, it's that kind of do or die moment, I think, for the terrorist team now, because they've lost 5 rounds in a row, and they haven't really made any ground, got a foot in anywhere. So now's the time to change it. If I was a caller, I'd say, I can't say exactly what, you know, I'd call, but I'd call something completely different to what we'd done in the previous rounds, because it clearly isn't working with guns. So let's see if they've kind of got the balls, the kind of direction to do such a thing. But Milo's going to open up onto Moddy. 4 plays 5. They've gone to B quite quickly, so that's kind of a change of pace. So maybe something like what I was talking about, and it's worked kind of so far. It's 4 versus 4. They've kind of got the entry to the site, but Makalele, long range. That's what I'm talking about. The long range with these scope rifles really working out. Roku making it look easy, taking down 2 there. And just like that, 4 plays 1. At this point, I know I always say this with such a surety when I should be trying to hype up the excitement and stuff, but at this point I don't see a way back for Buggit. That is, it's 12-all. Yeah, I think that was the round for them to change something and for it to work, to give me hope in them winning the map, but they didn't. So I'm being a bit of a pessimist for them now. I think ESG are going to see this one out with ease.
I'd agree. Nothing's really giving me an opinion to the contrary than that, because, as you say, since weapons, since the CTs have been able to buy up, they have just been dominant. There's been no doubts whatsoever. Maybe this is the moment where Buggit start to pull their finger out a tiny bit and do try and throw a spanner in the works and play hyper-aggressive, because it's better that than going out with a whimper. They have got the player advantage, but Delpan, with that AWP, is going to make short work of Cabum. He's also seen another player on the side there, will be Berg, and also Moddy. In fact, it won't be Twist, who's still inside. He will take down Roku. So, they are still keeping that man advantage. It's all on Makalele, or XM, as you may want to call him. He is bottom fragging for his team, and he has been one of the standout players so far tonight for ESG. He's got the first, though. Maybe this is his moment. Smoke comes down from Twist. It is AK versus AWP. The AK of Twist moving towards the site. Oh, Makalele missed that AWP shot. That could prove to be crucial. That could definitely turn out to be bad. Grenade did connect though, and did quite a bit of damage there. And there's the AWP shot from Makalele, who will get another round. And that was a must-win round, I've got to say, from Buggit. This is the closest they've been to winning on T side since they got the first 3.
Yeah, you said it. I thought they'd won it then. And those kind of rounds, when you don't win them, they really kind of crush you inside, emotionally. In terms of kind of having played the game for hours and hours, these guys are already fatigued. But when you're emotionally given a little bit of hope, you know, we're so close to winning a round, then having it thrown back at you by a clutch, it's so demoralising. It's really hard to pick yourself up after that. And of course, that's going to put ESG in the lead for the first time in this map, 13-12. So just to repeat that, it's 13 rounds for ESG on the CT side and 12 for Buggit, who are on the terrorist side now. Yet to pick up a 5-round as terrorist. Milo, once again, getting, well, just a spray kill there onto Pyth. Mod is going to take him down, 1 for 1. This is it. They're making the trades, but they're just not getting into the site, and they're not getting the bomb down and winning out the rounds. Twist takes down Delpan. That's a massive kill. Delpan's been seriously good this map. Makalele's going to get a grenade kill as well, and they've already rotated 3 members over here. It's going to be very difficult indeed for them to get this round, I think, and Roku's going to take down Berg as well. Now it's all on Twist, somebody you would definitely want in this situation, but he's not going to be able to do much. And 14 versus 12 is the scoreline, and yeah, I mean, what's the money like? Money's terrible. Confidence is just ridiculously high now. The momentum's with them. They're on the easier side. It's going to take something very, very special for Buggit to come back into this match.
Yeah, at one stage it was 12-9 to Buggit. It's now 14-12 to ESG. That goes to show how one-sided, how the momentum has been going in the favour, I was going to say, of the Swedes, but of course both teams are made full of Swedish players. Roku, though, has picked up 2, so they're looking to stamp down this 15th round, which would have them at 3 match points, not just map, but match points, and they would go through to the grand finale to face off against whoever wins tomorrow. Emilio is going to get that grenade frag, though, and it's going to be a 4 versus 2. Make that a 4 versus 1. There we go. Modi finally goes down. I was holding on to my words there. And now Pyth is all that remains. He has, however, picked up the first kill with the Galil. Now moving round mid, and there is shooting to just smash him down. 15-12, Jono. I can't even imagine what the atmosphere is like on TS or Mumble, whatever they use.
Yeah.
It must just be dead silent right now.
Yeah, definitely. Before we finish the game, before it kind of everything's over, a little bit of a backstory. There are 3 members of the Buggit squad that are playing right now that have just formed a new team, so they are going to be part of a new team, exciting new Swedish all-star lineup. I'll just continue this after, as here comes the push down middle. Actually, Makalele and Roku are going to get 1 each. Berg gets 1, so it's 4 versus 3. We've seen this scenario several times before, and it's always been the boys in blue converting. This might be the last time they have to, because it's 15-12. Makalele is going to shut down Berg, and could this be it? Could this be the moment that we see ESG progressing into tomorrow's final, where they will have a shot at winning the €750 prize? And absolutely it is a good performance from them in the end, making it 16-12. So very well played for them. I'll just finish off what I was saying before, well, I put it over to you for whatever remarks you feel from that map. It's quite an interesting map, actually. But yeah, the Buggit mix is comprised of 3 players from a new team called Flipside that's been put together with Modi and the other players there. And so they will be a team. They will gel together. But the other 2 members were completely a stand-in. So that's why it's a mixed team. But what's interesting is that we kind of got a glimpse into perhaps how good